Welcome back, everybody. Another special episode of AfricanBlogsSay. Thank you guys for joining us. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I'm so excited to see y'all.
I know, right?
You glow,
I
hey?
missed you guys.
You look like a killer girl.
Thank you, T. And Charlie, your shirt. I love it.
You know, I'm bright, honey.
I know.
I want you to
the
see
style.
me when I'm coming through.
You come true.
Yes,
like
I'm all about bright colors. You know, I switch it up. All for the people.
Yeah.
All for the people. All right, so today on AfricanBlogsSay, of course, we are digging in.
Yep.
There's a whole lot of hot topics going on, hot juicy topics going on, and it's our job to bring you all the good stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So today, what's going on?
Who has heard about the popular Kenyan model called Huddah? You know her?
No.
Where's she from?
She's from Kenya.
Kenya,
Like
Kenya,
she
okay.
was in the Big Brother Africa competition. She didn't win, but she became very popular after that. As in, they get blue. Don't be small thing.
So she was in Big Brother Kenya? Or
Big Brother Africa.
Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's a big
she's
deal.
global. She's very global now. So she tweeted, she posted on Snapchat requesting for a personal assistant. She said she needs a personal assistant right now because she's a brand ambassador for, I think, for C-Rock and some other things. And she said she wants a gay assistant.
Oh.
So that's like the whole thing. Like everybody's asking, why do you want a gay assistant? Okay, but I
So
have
what
to
do you
ask
think?
though. In the Big Brother house, everybody's known for something. What was she known for? Was she known for her fashion?
Bad girl.
She was known as a bad girl.
Okay. Bad girl.
All right.
But
I feel like gay assistants are like the new like little dogs. Like it sounds people treat them like the new little dogs or like a little like a keychain. Like oh, I have one. It's like the newest thing now. I feel like everyone's trying to. I don't know what the purpose is. Maybe to be like cooler or whatever, or more hip. But like
I
really,
feel like maybe she feels more safe with a gay assistant
She didn't
because she's
specify
very
the
sexy. She didn't specify the gender though,
Yeah.
but you know, most times in Africa, when we talk about gay, we just refer to men. We like to call the women lesbians.
I mean, put it
specifically.
like this. Your personal assistant is with you 24/7. Even if they're not with you 24/7, they have to know everything about you, where you eat, where you go. I mean, it's your personal assistant. It doesn't get any much more personal than that. Your personal assistant sometimes might know more about you than even your husband. Because if your husband is out at work and stuff, you're spending more time with them. So maybe, as T is saying, it's more of a security thing to make sure that the person isn't going to steal her husband or, you know,
he
compete
could still
with
steal her
her.
husband. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
What do you mean you can still stay her
He
husband?
can still see.
How?
So you're basically saying that
If the husband is down low, then, right?
Or just anything. Some people seduce anything, you know? I'm just saying.
So if-
Possibly.
to me, this statement is one of the dumbest statements I've ever seen. I cannot believe that in 2017 we are still putting things out like this. What do you mean by you need a gay assistant?
Unnecessary.
I don't understand the qualities that gay people have and the quality that straight people have that ensures for you to make this statement. Okay, so let's say she wants like a fashion personal assistant in the fashion side, right? But you still can't say, oh, I want a gay assistant because I won't fuck him, and also because they are more inclined with fashion stuff. Straight people
But
are
could
too.
it be-
Hold on, straight people are too, and you can still hire a straight person who can be the most perfect assistant you can ever known. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can black a whole group of people out because they're straight, because what you're looking for is a gay assistant. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say?
it's silly.
Yeah,
Could
it's
could
really silly.
Could it also be, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why she chose to say that or why she wants a gay assistant. And I see where you're coming from, that in a way it's kind of like, it's like a type of,
It's
it's discriminating.
It is.
It is.
It
But
is.
could it be that she also wants to embrace, you know, because it's a fact that in Africa we don't really embrace being gay as much as they do in the Western world. So could it be that she wants to shed more light? Could it be that maybe it is a positive thing that maybe she wants to give, if she's so popular and she's so famous, that her personal assistant can also end up being famous?
But I
So
understand
could
that.
it be that that's why she's doing it more? Maybe she means it in a positive way, maybe not in a
I
negative
think
way.
she's using stereotypes like Charlie said, honestly. To, like, because even in Africa, like you even said gay with, because gay people are supposed to be, actually the stereotype anywhere. Gay people are supposed to be more flamboyant. They're supposed to be more fashionable. So, and I noticed there's this rise in gay stars from Africa, and I feel like she's just trying to capitalize on a trend.
Well,
could
but
be
I
that as
think
well.
to me, I don't think it's a dumb thing to do. To me, I don't think so, because a lot of people don't really accept them in Africa, right?
true.
And now she's giving one an opportunity. She's giving one a job, and she's being specific. Every organization, if they want to employ, they have their specification, right? Some of them, they want somebody between the age of 25 to 30,
That's
male,
interesting. Yeah,
you know,
it's true.
25 to 30, female, you know?
Yeah.
They have what they want. So she has a right to choose what she wants. So to me, I don't think it's dumb.
She does have the right to choose,
But
but,
she
back to what she was saying, she's also in a way putting those gay people at risk, because you know that gay people in Africa is not accepted, right?
Not
So
in all countries. In South Africa, you don't have a problem.
you don't have a problem
Yeah,
with it.
I
But
think
this
so.
is
But I
Kenya.
think Kenya
This is Kenya.
too. I don't really
so
know
I'm
about
saying,
Kenya.
so now even if she goes out and hires a straight person, people are going to be like, oh, so that was the gay person that you wanted to hire. You know what I mean? You can't out people before
No, it's
that.
awkward.
It's so stupid to
Like
me.
she's putting
It's
the
so-
But I
person
also
on the
feel
spot.
like
It's so stupid to me.
anybody that
To
would
me, I don't
apply for
think
the
there's anything
position
wrong with it.
would know that you're going to be out there. If I applied to be Kim Kardashian's assistant, like if Kim Kardashian says she wants a gay assistant and I apply, clearly I know what I'm applying for, so I must be comfortable
So don't
for
apply.
everyone to
If
Do
you
you
know
know
you're
that
not
I'm
do you
gay.
know who Kim's assistant is?
No, I don't.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying.
So exactly, but,
I'm
it
just
doesn't.
saying that possibly everyone lives their life differently. Clearly, she's coming out to say it.
This is what I
So,
want.
This is what she wants. I mean,
Yeah, but I need reasons why you want that person. You know what I mean?
Maybe for
not-
security reasons, like you said, maybe to make them feel accepted, or for security reasons. Maybe she doesn't want to be comfortable with. Maybe she wants a gay. Maybe she has worked with a system before, and the guy's made passes at her
Okay.
and stuff. So she wants somebody that is going to focus on the job, help her out fashion-wise, every other thing. Because most of them, they're very fly and
It's
flamboyant.
discrimination.
You know,
Because
I don't
It
think
is,
it's
it is.
discrimination.
I agree with Charlie that it is discrimination. It is. But I don't see anything wrong with it. And the reason why I don't see anything wrong with it is I agree with
I
T
don't.
that, like, even though sometimes you go to apply for a job, they might not say, oh, we're looking for a 5'5" Caucasian female. It might not say that, but once you go in the interview and they look at you and they know that they won't hire you. So they might not have said it that, oh,
And they'll
we're
end
not
up
hiring
wasting
black
your
people, but it could be the reason why you are not hired. And every company is like that. Every company, even with clothing, like I'm going to use clothing as an example, Zara. I love Zara, but a lot of times their clothes don't fit me. It's more for a petite person. It's more for somebody 5'7" and shorter. Like all the time I buy Zara jeans, they're always short. So that means that Zara may have never opened their mouth to say we only cater to petite people, but that's what they do. You literally, when you go in there, their stuff is only for petite people. So that is a form of discrimination. Can I get up and sue Zara and say, hey, I can never find jeans in your size?
yeah, but that doesn't make it right for her to do it. Is it right or
It's
wrong?
not
You
right
mean
or
Huddah?
wrong. It's
I
a
think it's
personal
just wrong.
preference. It's her hard-earned money. She's gonna be paying the person. Hey, if she wanted a dog as a personal assistant, that's
But the whole idea of having a personal assistant is for them to do the job, right?
Yeah.
It's for them to do the job. As to who can do the job, it shouldn't determine whether the person is straight or gay. You want somebody to come in and do the job.
true.
You don't have to put a label on it. You don't have to be
maybe
like.
she's,
So is
maybe
there
she's,
something wrong?
she's judging from past experience. She'd
Yeah.
rather work with gay now. So you never know. So
If-
to
if-
me, I don't think there's anything
if
bad
I
in
put
that.
on my Snapchat, I'm looking for a husband and only
Ghanaian.
and only men from Amsterdam should apply. Am I discriminating against other
You guys
men?
have to
Yeah,
understand.
well,
you guys,
you are,
you guys have to
actually.
understand.
Yeah, but is it wrong? It's
We
not
all have
wrong.
our
It's what I
preferences.
want.
You have to
It's
understand.
what I want. It's
You are
Exactly.
comparing orange and apples because one is a job. Like a job, people use that as a means of living, right? So you cannot block somebody's means of living because of.
How is it somebody's means of living? It's her choice. She's given a job.
It really is her
So it's
choice.
just one job.
Where
And
are
trust
you?
me,
Because you're everywhere. I want to know your stand. Because
No,
you agree with me and then you
no,
agree with
okay.
her and then
The
you agree
reason
with him.
because she's trying to be open.
No, the reason that I know, right? Open like this woman. No, the reason that I am. No, the reason I'm like saying everyone here has a good point is because all you guys do have a good point. Because on one hand, I do think she's using it as a token, but on the other hand, I also kind of think it's silly, but should this have made news? I don't think so, right? Like
maybe she wants to make news, but on the other hand, she doesn't want to waste your time. She's specific. I want a gay assistant, so don't
right.
apply.
And Yazzie is right about like people have specifications. They might not say it, but they already have that in their mind. So she's just making it clear from the get go, like, look, if you're straight, need not apply.
Yeah.
Do not apply. I don't want you.
So then how are you going to prove that? If somebody walks in right now to her and be like, I'm coming in. No, it's not an act.
Okay.
It's not an act. If somebody walks in right now and say, oh, I want to apply for the job, and then you be like, are you gay? And I say yes or no, how are you going to prove it? Do you understand what I'm saying? If Timani walks in and applies for the job, how are you going to approve to Timani that he's not qualified because he's not gay? Like, how
you can't tell. It's not written on the face.
cannot tell.
But the thing is,
so
also
it's stupid.
It is stupid. But you know the thing about personal assistance.
It is stupid. It's not stupid. It's not stupid. It is stupid. It is stupid.
No. The reason I'm
What
saying
she's saying is we all have points.
We all have
I know.
points. And then also, personal assistance is so personal to you. You know, honestly, there are people that you meet that you just love. You just love
become
them.
your best friend.
And then somebody else you meet, you're like, well, I'm not really interested in them.
Yeah, but it's not because of their sexuality.
It could be.
It's not. Well,
for some people,
you have
this
your
woman
opinion.
is clearly,
You have your opinion, but we also want to know what the viewers are thinking as well.
True.
Right in the comments.
Wishy-washy this episode.
All right, so let's move on. Let's move on to the next story. What is going on?
So this one I'm not wishy-washy about. This is very interesting. The president of Zimbabwe, President Mugabe, I'm gonna get dragged.
That's some thick thighs.
Is it?
Oh,
she's
you
sexy.
guys see what I'm seeing right now?
Wait, before we
is
go in, let me
sexy.
describe this story to you guys.
Okay.
So President Mugabe said, this is an
Mugabe.
President
Mugabe.
actually makes more sense. President Mugabe told that she's a South African performer, singer, and he said that because she wears no panties, she can't perform in an official Zimbabwean event.
Okay, so this is her all the time.
This is her all the time.
Who is she?
Okay, so she is a South African singer of literally no notes. I'm sorry. Like, she was not relevant until the president said, you can't come. Like, she's been under the radar, but if you Google her name now, everything is she don't wear panties in church, or she's at so-and-so event.
I mean, she looks like there are no panties that could possibly fit her.
She has a
but she
bomb
looks
body.
great.
Yeah.
She looks great. No,
She's
I
hot.
didn't mean that in a negative way.
Yeah, but
she
it
looks
does seem
amazing.
difficult.
Her legs, her thighs. She looks
Yeah,
great.
she's perfect.
She's firm and thick and sexy. But I'm just looking at her like, girl, what panties are you gonna wear?
Right? But I was confused a little bit by the fact that a president of a country made
Pays
a point to
attention
be.
to that.
He's 73 years old. Why are you worried about someone wearing panties or
He's
not?
a man, girl. He checking that out. He don't want her to come and then go. That thing will go.
You know, bingo creek.
So, I mean, so listen, I have a lot of female friends, right? And most of them out there, shout out to all you guys, they don't wear panties, and they have a lot of reasons why. Cause
how do you know? You check them out?
No, they told me.
Okay, so what are some of the reasons?
Some of the reason why, according to them, it decreases infection, prevent diseases. There's no wedges. You know, if you guys have experienced wedges out there, you know.
So serious.
Yes,
I'm
I'm serious. I'm
about
serious. It also makes you feel sexier. So women, a lot of women are saying that not wearing panties makes them feel sexier, and also your man finds it sexier.
Yeah, but it's more like, okay, if you know you're going on a date with your man or whatever, and you go with no panties, cool. Like you're on
That's
vacation
you
with
and
your
your
man, and you wear no panties is cool. But I mean, it's not a big deal. To each his own. Whatever rocks your boat. But I mean, I personally believe that in my opinion, that you're more prone to catching an infection if you're not wearing panties. And the reason that I say that, for example, is your pants. Like if I'm wearing jeans and I'm not wearing panties, I mean, the jeans went in a washer, went in a dryer, you don't know, you went to the cleaners,
but there are
you know?
certain outfits now that don't require panties. Like what she's wearing right now.
Well,
Definitely.
Panties will
These
mess it
requires
up.
panties,
So
man.
sometimes you have to do it for the fashion of it. And I've seen Yazzie wear like a lot of body hugging dresses. And in my mind, you're not wearing panties.
Oh,
so,
I'm always wearing
Yeah,
panties.
mine.
I'm always wearing
wait, let's
panties.
go back. Charlie, in your mind, she's not wearing
because
panties?
I don't see any pants line. Like in my mind,
So
I'm
you're
like,
checking
there's
for pants
nothing out
line.
there. So the illusion.
Wait. You're
hold
checking
on,
for pants line.
Hold on. The illusion. Correct me if I'm wrong, because you girls wear what I'm. The illusion of you wearing a thong is to create that whole thing as I'm not wearing panties,
Yeah.
because you don't want your panty line to show. Correct
Yeah.
or wrong? So people prefer not to wear it at all.
I don't think there's
So,
an issue with somebody not
do you-
wearing panties.
Yeah,
I
it's a
mean, like,
personal
Wait,
preference.
wait. A
Yeah.
lot of people in, especially South Africa, don't wear pants.
How would you know?
I know, I live there. Don't ask me. But what I'm saying,
Wait, I'm gonna
She looks stunning.
a lot of girls don't wear pants in South
it's
Africa.
really not that
It's a
serious.
natural thing, perspiration thing.
Yeah.
They need air.
Okay. Oh, it's up at months now.
But there's some kind of clothes that really do need pants for security reasons.
Yeah.
Like, how do you even see properly in an occasion like
But
this?
has any of us,
How you go do them?
has any
and
of you
try-
guys out there seen her nunu? I just want to know.
I think
There are a lot of pictures of her dancing. Like,
Yeah.
I've
Do
seen
you see her
videos.
nunu?
But
Yeah,
you know,
so
okay,
No, you
so-
don't.
The
I've
way
seen
she
the
dances,
videos as well.
all the videos of her
All
dancing
her
when she's
videos.
high
Yes, you
in the
don't
club.
see nothing. She knows
When
what
she's
she's
high?
doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she likes to get high. She
She's
likes to
clearly
dance, you know,
drunk
those South
or
African
something.
woods, all those dance. She does that a lot. She
You
likes to
don't see
open her
her
legs.
thing. You don't see her
So-
motherhood.
You don't really. I've never seen. I watched a lot of videos of her dancing, and she's actually a great dancer. But you never see anything. I don't know. It just seems like, who cares if you're not wearing any panties? Like, is that a big deal? Like, just don't wear it. Well, I would say don't wear stuff like this.
But the funny thing is, even with what she has on, if she got a high cut thong, she would still be able
Do you
to
know
wear
how
panties.
uncomfortable that would be for her?
It would not be uncomfortable. What do you
The
mean?
pants
you
will
just
end up
gotta
in
get
places
the seamless
where-
ones. You just gotta get the seamless
Where the sun don't
ones.
shine.
But looking at the health aspect also, forget about the health aspect. Do you guys think she's doing this for publicity?
Of
Like,
course.
because she's
I don't
been
think
struggling
so.
with her musical career. Who
she's
cares?
been struggling for years
Now
now.
everybody's talking about her for the past few days because of this.
The president made her so relevant. Like, she's selling out shows. Like,
Right.
he banned her from a whole country. So now everyone
Really?
feels
Yes, Nivy. I think maybe we should get an outfit like that and we should go with no panties.
I'm
The
like-
Nigerian
like-
Independence Day is coming up. You know, let's get somebody to
Things,
tweet
things
about
like
it.
that just bothers me so much. Like, how are you gonna ban her because she's not wearing? Like,
It's crazy.
here we go again. Like, get over it.
So
They
it's
acting like
policing.
they've never seen it
And
before.
there are much, much more important things going on in Africa than to
like-
worry about what panties. But she is so
True.
hot.
She is
looking
beautiful.
sexy.
her body is so banging.
And she's a
If
great
she's
dancer.
coming to New York to perform, I'll buy tickets.
Oh, I'll be there.
I'll
Hey,
be in
girl.
the front row. I don't want to be in the front row.
All right,
and
so
I'll
let's
be
move.
fun.
So, what is the next story, guys? Yazzie?
Oh my God, this story here, Charlie, I know you listen, you're gonna go crazy when you
Okay,
hear this
I wanna
story.
hear this.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
So this Malawian pastor just released an ATM card with his picture on it so that his congregation,
An ATM card.
an ATM, like a personal,
debit card.
so kind of like his own kind of like bank.
Is it a POS or what?
Child, I don't know. I just know that I am ready to like work for him. I'm about to be Holy Saint Mary because I'm about to go to this church.
No, hold on. What is the story?
I need
though?
this
What is-
money.
Yeah.
The story, okay. So if you want to talk about it, this pastor is known for living a lavish lifestyle. He's known for having private jets. He's known for, his wife actually just bought him a Rolls Royce.
What?
And then about a month
How
after,
do they get all those money? I beg?
a
I
month
want to
after
change
his
profession.
wife bought him the Rolex. I mean, a month after his wife bought him the Rolls Royce, he bought the wife a G-Wagon.
What?
I mean, private jets, house, everything. And his name is Shepherd Bushiri from Malawi. And so he's known for having a
Bushiri,
lavish...
Malawi, Timani. Everything makes sense, Charlie.
Chaleo.
Let's start the
And we're-
church, man.
And this man of God has created an ATM card. So do you know what that means? Is that he can see what's in the account. He can see, because it's a card. He's created, like, it's not like a full-blown bank. Think of it as like Russell Simmons' Rush Card. Do you get what I mean? So you can call customer service. You can put more money. You can... But it's such an easy way to just draw and take money away from people. And I think it is genius. It is so intelligent. I'm like... Maybe I should start being holy, you know,
No,
Charlie.
wow. No.
What
do
do
you
you
know?
mean, no?
No, Malawi is actually one of the poorest countries in Africa. Like, let's just think
This
about
guy has
this.
jets.
No.
Yeah,
This dude has
G-Wagons.
no. Let's go back. This dude has jets and G-Wagons in the poorest country in Africa. Instead of just giving it to his congregation, what's happening here?
Honestly, I'm still confused with the story. Okay, so he released the ATM
card.
card
With
the
his
card,
face on it.
for the congregation to use.
Yeah,
in their
to pay offering.
to pay offering.
Yeah.
So when you come to church, you have the card.
Yeah, and you're gonna pay. So think of it that it's an ATM card. So you can think of it like the rush card. You know what the rush card is? It's a prepaid card.
Yeah, but the rush
so
card.
the money you have on it, you put the money on it. It's not a bank. So basically, you have it. You can go transfer money into it.
And
whatever, call
go straight
in.
to him.
It
or the
will
church?
go on the card, and then whatever you want to pay, you can pay. But since it's his card, he has access to see what everyone has on that card.
And it's paid.
Wow.
And what everyone is paying as well. That as well. But most churches know what you're paying anyway, because when you're paying your tithes, you put your name and your everything. But the part that is a little sketchy
everything is sketchy.
Is
that he can see the entire, he owns it. So if you have $10,000 in there, but you decided to pay him only $1 for offering today, he sees that.
And you know, the pastors use that as a way to shame people. I was in Nigeria and they're like, hold your money up high, because they knew that if the people who didn't hold their money up, they felt shame. Like, and then people were suddenly giving all this money that they couldn't afford. And he's in the poorest country in Africa.
That is even better.
That's worse.
Members of his church are even poor. But can I say
Yes,
something?
and he's a jet and a
I
G-Wagon.
love this idea, because any idiot that goes to a church that the pastor has a jet and a G-Wagon and a Rolls Royce, pastor needs to take all your money.
No.
Pastor needs to take all your money,
happens here.
because
You know,
only an
Joel
idiot will
Osteen-
go to this church.
No, Joel Osteen has like, he's on a
Do I go to his church?
But you're saying that there are, this is a shame.
Because the problem, the problem is that most Christians, not all, but a lot of Christians, not everybody, again, let me repeat that, not everyone, but a lot of these Christians are worshiping pastors and treating these pastors as if they were God, and they are not. And that is the big problem. Like, yes, you should give your money to God. Yes, you should help the church of God grow. But you have all these poor people that can barely pay their bills, but yet are still faithfully giving 10% to the church. Because yes, God said to do that, but you have to think, if you don't have money to pay your rent, you should not be paying anything to church.
Let's not pretend as if we don't know the African mindset. People truly believe that if they give their 10%, like pastors have, I've been in African churches here in the United States where pastors said, if you are not achieving your greatness, you are not achieving greatness because you haven't given your tithes. Like, please, let's not play. And he's taking advantage of the poorest people in Africa.
He's not taking advantage of them.
Yes, he is.
They are the ones
The thing
who
is,
are.
That's so
most
sad.
of us, because of where we come from, we believe so much in religion that we have made our pastors our gods to the extent that whatever he says goes. I went to a church in Nigeria, I'm not going to call the name, and they were having categories of blessings.
Yeah, they did.
For $10,000, go this way.
Yeah.
5,000, go this way. I'm
Exactly.
like, what?
Exactly.
Listen,
Are you
Yeah,
for real?
wait, hold on. That's the part that I'm a little torn.
Oh, wow.
Even the church that I used to go to, they used to call the people with the tithe up. So if you have your tithe, you walk up to the church, and then if you're still sitting, that means you don't have your tithe, right?
Yeah.
So then everybody's looking and looking around like you don't have your tithe.
Yeah.
With what he's doing, I'm a little like, With the whole ATM thing, like, you know, the world is evolving.
with his face on it.
Hold on.
Not the church's logo.
Hold on.
Not the church's logo. His face.
It's his church, right?
Yeah, but
the
it
whole
doesn't have to be
idea
your
of
face.
the ATM, I'm like, okay, the world is evolving. If that's how you're going to get your tithe, fine. Because even in churches here, they do have forms where you can fill and
With your
put your
card.
cards on there. So I get that part. The part where you were saying that he could see everybody's business and how everybody's spending their money on the card is I'm
Yeah.
over here like, okay, what
Yes,
are you doing?
he can because he owns it. So if he owns it, then he has to, his whatever company that he's like is sponsoring it or is manufacturing it, he's gonna have access to that and he's gonna be able to see
Yes,
everything.
All y'all are focused on the wrong thing. Everything this guy is doing is suspect.
I think this is genius, and I think we're all in the wrong business. I think that we need to start a church. I'm telling you, I'll be the pastor.
No, I'm not interested.
Charlie can be the singer, the
No, I'll be a
choir leader.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be an
I'll play the
elder.
keyboard.
You'll be a deaconess.
I can't.
I'm
couldn't
telling
do
you,
it.
like
I
we
can't
would
do it.
make so much money.
I'm not gonna go into God's work because of that. I
Money,
can't
yeah.
even.
Yeah,
That's why
this
this
is
whole
like
conversation
almost-
is really weird for me.
Look at his face. He looks like money. He looks like, I'm about to eat all your money. That's what he looks like.
I cannot.
I don't like his
can't
face.
with Ivy, but
That's like, I don't like it.
the few questions that I have is like, when will us as a people realize that we do not need to give all of our money to the church?
when
like
people become more educated.
When? Like this is an epidemic.
It is an epidemic.
It is an epidemic all over the world, but especially more in Africa.
Yeah.
And the part that I don't get is how can you be poor, living in a hut, not having money to pay your kids' school fees, and then go and give your offering to
Because
someone
they
else.
believe they're going to be blessed. It's coming.
That's the thing. I mean,
it's
listen,
coming.
Their
They
minds are
believe
being
that.
programmed to believe that, you know.
Exactly.
They
It
preach,
really
the
bothers
churches
me.
these days, they don't really preach salvation and development. They preach prosperity. And for you to prosper, you have to give.
Exactly.
You have to give.
But do you
You
know
have to
that?
give.
But you can give, but you don't always have to give to a church. You can give. You can give to an orphanage.
They don't
you
believe
can
that in Africa.
You can even take your tithes. Let's say I'm your friend, T Money, and as you know, I don't have plenty money like you, and you know that I need money. You can take your tithes for that month, and you can pray over it and say, you know what, God, I'm giving this tithes to Yazzie because I know Yazzie needs it, and God would bless you the same.
No, that's
He
not
might
in the
even
Bible,
bless you
though.
even
They
more.
said you should bring your tithe to the church. But the thing is, people give their tithes, and even after their tithes,
They give more.
they give more.
Yeah.
Even from what they don't have.
Listen,
Pastors
that-
are
it's
draining them.
This topic. All right, so to me, it's like faith, right? Because I grew up in the church, right?
Yeah.
And it does work for some people. It does work
That's
for
what
them.
I'm saying, yeah.
They give out of faith,
And-
pray for something, and that thing happened.
And they see
so
other
it does
people are doing that.
Yes, it does happen for some people. Maybe it hasn't worked for you.
Oh, I don't go to church. I stopped going to church when the pastor was like, "Oh, I moved out of the neighborhood that the church was in to live in a better neighborhood because my kids need to be safe." Oh, what are you trying
But
to
you
say?
can't judge
I
all
live
the
in
that's
this
the
churches.
church,
neighborhood.
that's one
You
church.
can't
No,
judge
of
all the
course,
church,
that's
all of
one
that.
church. Of course, I agree with all of that. But most of the churches that I have come across have not been good churches. So no, I did recently go to a church in Harlem. Gosh, I forgot the name of it, on 103rd Street, and it was a really good church. But I'm always working on Sunday, so I haven't had a chance to keep going. But I would keep going to that church because it was very good. It was very positive, good energy. But most African churches, that's
It's
how
really
it goes.
insane.
That you're a pastor of an African church, and then one day I wore jeans to the church, and it was like a whole topic of
Yeah.
conversation at the church.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It is insane. And
I
the whole
can't.
pastor and money issue will lead us to our next story. So our next story right now is about another pastor. We love you, pastors, but we have to talk about
I know
We have to
that's
talk
true.
about
We've been talking about that for a while.
So Pastor Emmanuel Kobe. He is a pastor in Ghana. He's actually a prophet. He prophesies on a lot of things.
Oh, God.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish with the story. He prophesies on a lot of things, and it has come to pass.
Oh,
For
okay.
Because
real?
of that, yes. Because of that, he has a lot of following. A lot of following in the church. Recently, he made he was in an interview when he said that he has given over 200 cars to his members, which is a good thing. I was watching it.
Yeah.
I was like, great, awesome. But then I was like, what is going on? He said he only gave those cars to certain people. So he was very selective of who he gave out the cars to. He did not give the cars to poor people.
What?
Yes. So he
So
only gave out
African.
the cars to rich people in the church.
they
I
And
don't
not-
get it.
we don't know the reason, but according to him, that's what God said. God said, give it to this person, give it to
Because
that
you know
person.
why? Because
Yes.
those people are rich.
And they
And
gave
if
him so much money.
if I was rich and somebody brought me like a G-Wagon
Mm.
or whatever, of course, the next time I'm giving them a gift now, it go past G-Wagon self. I go give them Bugatti.
But that word
So that's
God
the
said,
point.
I don't like
Yeah, so
when they
according
use
to
that
him, he
word. That
said-
thing they vex me.
he
I don't
said-
like it. What do you mean
I mean,
God said?
I understood what he said by saying that for him to give a car, like a brand new, give me a car.
Toyota Camry.
Yes, to a poor person selling peanuts and,
They might not even know
and
what to do
banana
with
on
it.
the street. You understand where I'm coming from?
They might not
if
know-
the,
they might
the
not even
car
have a
breaks down,
license.
how are you gonna fix it?
You
With
don't
your
have to
peanuts
say,
and-
listen.
and banana money? It doesn't work.
That's not even an excuse.
Okay.
It don't make sense to me.
Okay.
Why would you give a peanut, a banana person, a brand new car worth about $20,000
Yeah.
when you can as well invest in the person's business and change the person's
That's
life
what he's
with the
saying.
money?
Yeah, but that's what he's
You don't
saying.
have to give them cars.
But
Rich
if it-
people already
with
have
or,
cars.
No, with or without money, if you give a poor person money, a whole sum of money, they're not going to be able to work with it. Some of them will not be able to work with it.
not
Because being
everybody.
poor is not about money. Being poor is mentally.
State of mind,
You know what I
I
mean? It's a
know.
state of mind. You
Yeah,
know
I
what
know,
I mean?
but the people
You-
coming to the church because they believe, because they have faith, because they want salvation, because they want success, because they want prosperity, name it, etc. So
He
if
just
you,
prophesied.
yes, Lord.
Yeah.
I told you we gotta get this church going.
You know, there's a lot of rich people that
Exactly.
we see, pastors or social media craziness. They're still living like they're poor because like they're not really using their money for for something good. You don't understand what
Some
I'm
people,
saying?
when you give them money,
Is
it
it
runs through their hands
necessary?
like
Is
water.
it necessary
But
though?
it's
Giving
not.
200 rich people 200 cars. They have like 5 cars in their garage, and
unnecessary.
you're giving them extra cars. You're saying because the public don't know how to handle wealth. How do you not change their status? What do you mean they can't handle wealth?
That's true.
If they can't handle wealth, focus on something else. Don't buy cars for them. Develop their business. Whatever it is they're doing, they came to church for prosperity. Find out what they have. Everybody has something in them. Some have it, but they haven't been able to bring it out because they need somebody to help them discover themselves. Some of them can do trading. Some of them can do anything. Some of them are working in the church. Some are ushers. Some are traffic warden. Change those people's lives.
Exactly. And you know what I've noticed? The poor people in the church do more for the church, not financially, but they invest themselves in the church. They go to church early morning to clean up.
They sweep, they
them
clean.
poor, right?
Yeah, I used to clean up churches. Like I used to clean up my church.
Me too.
Yeah, I used to go upstairs like early morning. Like we invest into the church like that.
But that's what he's like. He's disrespecting his members,
Yes.
the people who are poor, because frankly, he just said, "Well, you don't do anything for me, so I don't understand the purpose of you. So I'm gonna give it to the rich people." Like, how do people and his members still? I'm confused why he still has a church. I'm confused why people still go to his church. This seems like very
because
odd.
of the miracles.
And it seems
They say he's a prophet, and
the
what
prophet,
he says
he
comes
prophesies.
to.
I mean,
You
well,
see,
you know.
there
to
are
pass.
a lot of things you guys are saying here that are so true, that are facts. Everything is about mentality. You know, like they do have a poor mentality, because why are they even still going to his church after a statement like this?
Why are you trying to kick people out of the church?
I'm not trying
No,
to get,
she's just
I'm
saying the
stating
facts.
what the facts
Because
are.
of faith.
Because of faith. You can find that faith in several different churches. God in the Bible says, where 1, 2, or 3 or more are gathered.
In
this
his
is
name.
a church in his name. So this is a church right here. If all 4 of us were Christians and we all decided to
In
pray,
his name,
fast, whatever.
you have to gather in his name. You can't just gather somewhere
no,
and say God is here.
No, so you're
Well,
so
you know
let
he's
me
here.
ask you a question. If right now we decided to get on our knees, start first, we're gonna do as we do in church. We're gonna worship. We're gonna praise. We're gonna read a Bible. I'm gonna preach to you guys, and in here is shaking and going crazy. You're telling me that God is not gonna be here. This is not gonna be a church. That we couldn't gather here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and turn it into
I
a
believe
church.
that.
It is church.
I believe-
Of course.
That's why
Of
most
course.
churches have what they call cell meetings. They divide themselves into portions. They meet in people's houses and pray. You telling me God is not
So
there?
you don't
like
believe
if you're
that
staying
it
in
could
the
be
same
a church if
neighborhood.
we did that?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
just saying, like, you every time we talk about pastors and you know what they do in the church, you always saying they should go away and stuff like that.
Because
She's talking
I'm
about
gonna
common
speak my
sense.
truth.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak what I believe in. I have a platform. This is a platform. And in this platform, anything that I can do that I believe is right or I think is right to educate or to help someone or to change someone's life, that is what I'll do.
Okay.
And if I was a member of a church where the pastor had enough money to give out 200
Or
cars,
20 cars,
and
yeah.
I was poor, I would not go back to that church, because I need to sit there, analyze, think, and realize that
Me
this
too.
church might actually be holding me back in
So
life.
do you agree with his reason for not giving those people
No.
the cars?
No.
I don't.
I agree with his reasoning, but here's what I would have
don't.
done, right? If God said to me, I should give away 200 cars to successful people, I would do it.
Yes.
But as a pastor, I wouldn't leave the poor people left out. Even if God didn't say, I would do something for them as well and be like, listen, come to me. Okay, you have a tomato stand by the roadside. What do you need that can make you better? What can I do for you that can turn your stand into a kiosk? We'll do that plan. I'll help you out. If I realize you can go to plan, it's a church now, there's deacons, whatever. If we realize after a month that, Charlie, we gave this person 10,000 CDs, and they haven't even been able to turn the 10,000 CDs into 10,001 CDs, we realize we're not going to keep helping you. But if you gave somebody 10,000 CDs and they turned that 10,000 CDs into 30,000 CDs, now you need to back this person up with all the tools and resources they need so they can be successful.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, I know you guys all said that poverty is a mindset, but sometimes poverty is just poverty.
Status.
You just need money.
Sometimes it's
Some
status.
people
Some people have
they
great minds,
have great
ideas, but
minds.
nobody want to invest in them.
And also, just some people are like like people in the market, they're so fast with money. Like some of these women that are selling yam in the market, they are businesswomen. Like, don't tell me that some of these people are not, some of them just don't have any money.
And
Just
you know
give them
what?
some money.
Everything takes somebody. It's even like an artist and the manager. No matter how good of an artist that you are, if you don't have the right team surrounding you,
That's
you're not
true.
going to be successful.
True.
And that right team includes people. It's not just because I'm a singer and I get Justin Bieber's manager, that means that I'm going to be successful. No, Justin Bieber's manager has to believe in my dream. He has to see the same vision that I see. We all have to be in sync for it to keep
You know
going.
what? I get what you guys are saying, but I think how did he measure who the poor people are in the church?
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, how did you? You know what I mean? Because I'm over here sitting thinking.
He knew by offering.
Hold on. No.
By tithes.
No. Because I used to work Wall Street, right? It's a restaurant. I used to work at Wall Street restaurant, and every time I tell my friends I used to work at Wall Street, some restaurant in Wall Street, they're like, "Oh, you must have got a lot of tips." No, those rich people don't give out tips. They don't give out a lot of tips. So I'm saying people will come to church dressed not like they're rich. I don't know how rich people dress, but let's say they come to church like in a t-shirt and jeans. You can't say, "Oh, you're poor."
I know how he knew.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I know how he measured the rich and poor people.
I know how too because
Can I tell you how?
Tell me how.
Because I know how. Because I definitely agree with you. Millionaires do not give tips. They do not give their money out, and that's why they're millionaires.
Yes.
This goes back to what we're saying about being a mindset. Just because you have the money doesn't mean that you give it out. It's everything is a mindset.
And most rich people are not flashy. Like
Yes,
the
but
guy,
you know
the
how
guy
he
that
knows?
owns Facebook.
That's in America.
Okay.
But in Africa, rich people are very loud.
No, I disagree with you.
That's very true.
They're very loud.
Very loud.
They like to show off.
It depends on how you make
About
your
60%
money.
of them.
Most intelligent, successful, rich African people are not loud. Trust me.
What kind of houses have you been going to in Africa?
Let me tell you something. I'm not talking about, okay,
Old
yeah, they
money
might
is
have a
not
nice
loud.
house.
Real money is
Yes,
loud.
Exactly.
So what are we talking about?
I have
Hush
rich
puppy?
African friends
No,
that own
no.
half of California, and they're not loud.
Some people, like he said, new money, especially in churches, trust me, they like
They
to
are
show
throwing
off.
money down.
They like to show
The
off.
reason why he knows who's rich and who's poor, in my opinion, if I go to church and I pay my tithes, I don't need to put my name, my address, and the amount. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It should just say my tithes, and just know that that's it.
Because it's between you and your God.
Yes, it's no
But
reason
you
why.
know,
And that's how
you know
they
what
track
amazes
things.
me the most? How do these pastors always receive prophecy for the rich and the successful?
You asking me?
Why are they always getting such
Go ask
prophecies?
them.
What happened to the
And
poor
can I ask you a
people? Is it
question,
that
T
God
Money?
is not
Why
around
are
the poor people?
Why are the poor people still there? It is so sad.
Here we go again, trying to kick them out of the church.
They need to get out of their church with their poor asses. They need to get out of their church.
Damn.
They
Yo,
need to.
Okay, so what should be the name of our church? Rich People's Revival Ministry. RRRM.
No, get money.
Get money and die trying.
Ministry. All right, thank you guys so much. I can't. Let's get out of here before we get in trouble. We love you guys for watching. This is AVS MinaTV.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.